trapping Jalen. How do you feel about his decision-making, play-making the rest of the way?
Say the first 2 or 3 times took a second for him to recognize and get off it, and then the guys were rolling too far, taking themselves out of the play, and so I think it was 1 turnover too many after he kind of noticed what they were doing, but trust him. He's really adjusted and done a good job against traps and blitzes lately, and trusting his guys and finding the pocket and getting the numbers. So something that's going to be constantly he has to work on for a young guy, but sometimes he beats it, or sometimes as simple as making the right play and having 4-on-3 behind it.
You said with trust, his pass to Jabari in the corner. What does it say to Jalen in that situation to send that pass to the guy resume to 3 all night?
Yeah, it was huge. We just showed the team that was basically our favorite play of the game. We know that they're a team that loads up the paint. Obviously, Holmgren's in there, but without him, they were really going to come over and try to take charges like on the last play of regulation. So we just showed it 4 guys in the paint, and he made the right pass. And to your point, guy who was struggling all night, Dillon made 2 big ones after going 1 for 9, and then Jabari, who was struggling with the fouls early, didn't hesitate, and Jalen didn't hesitate to pass to him. So great pass, great growth. Proud of them for that play.
What did you think of your team's resiliency specifically in overtime?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, it was a high-scoring overtime, so we didn't necessarily get a ton of stops, but we scored at a good clip, 20-14. I loved that we felt like we gave one away late when we should have taken the foul. He had a decent look at a shot, but we felt okay, put it behind us. Nobody hung their head, and we just went after it. And so, to my point, what I said earlier, it was big that Dillon came out and hit those 2, and then we guarded. Obviously better until the end of the overtime. So I love the way they pushed through it. Regardless, nobody hung their head and got it done.
What's the significance of the game streak for you?
Consistency, consistent basketball. I mean, that's for the most part. Tonight was a little up and down. Great start, a little ugly in the second and third, but always kept it in striking distance. I think their biggest lead was 8, and it's always floating around that 5, and we weren't playing that well, so we knew we had a good chance there if we stepped up and made it a little harder on them defensively. But I'd say consistency across the board. That's the main thing, that we have been more consistent in what we're doing. Can rely on defense when we need to, and offense will get going eventually. So that's what we kind of did tonight in the fourth in overtime.
To have that sort of reaction, the post-game reaction, to see how much it means to the guys coming down the tunnel. How does everything with you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have the pain of the last 3 years of all the losing, and so obviously it means a lot to them. Obviously, myself as well. 10 in a row is 10 in a row, regardless if Shea is out or whatever the case may be. But it's hard to do in the NBA, and so guys are proud of that effort and well deserved. And so, like I said, the last 3 years of 17, 19, 22 wins. That's the reaction you're gonna get when you put 10 together in a row.
How about Ime Thompson's performance tonight for the rookie, 25 points? I don't want to say he had a quiet performance because 25 is 25, but what did you see from him?
Really finding his niche in that dunker spot, attacking when they needed to, finding making the right plays, 15 rebounds, 6 offensive. He kept it alive, especially when they went to zone quite a bit. So, stat sheet stuffer. I mean, 4 assists, and he had 5 fouls. I told him he should have had 6, and that's one of the biggest plays. But 25, 15, and 4, we'll take it.
Coach, what was the key to neutralizing Chet tonight? He had more fouls than points. It was largely ineffective.
Yeah, I mean, going small takes away a lot of his lobs that he gets on typical 5 men or the pick and pops that he gets sometimes. So being able to switch, we put Dillon on him to start and kind of took away some of the things he does well, which is getting behind the defense on the rolls and take away the pops. And so just crowd him on the perimeter with our smaller guys and kept them off the glass and then attacked them on the other end. Elite shot blocker, you have to just go into the body at times, and that was a big part of it, obviously, getting him in foul trouble. Yeah.
What was the mentality going into a game, understanding that even though Shea's not there, this is not a team that can still punish you?
Yeah, it was the same game plan regardless. We wanted to be more aggressive than we had been in the 3 games. We have a smaller lineup where we can switch and try to be a little more physical on them. Had to adjust to the refs calling them. I mean, it was, I think, 14-7 at halftime fouls and 15-2 free throws. So we didn't love that part, but you have to adjust to it, and we're going to keep playing aggressive and kind of let chips fall where they may. But I think that was the biggest key, was trying to make them uncomfortable. I think looking at last game, Jalen Williams SGA, those guys were a little too comfortable. Our pickup points were too low. We wanted to climb up in them a little bit more and give them a little more resistance. Probably the most important thing. You'd obviously like to be solidified in a spot or something like that, but that's where you see that reaction out there is, at this time, or even in January, February. The season had kind of been over in the past, and so to still be playing for something and winning 10 in a row and playing against high-quality teams, that's the reaction you're going to get, and I think it's invaluable for our young guys to go through this. And obviously making the playoffs and the play-in would be another step, but just going through what they are now and coming on the other side of 500 this late in the season is huge for them. Thank you.
Yeah, so you got to play them.